Bueno, muy buenos días a todas las personas que se empiezan a unir a nuestra sesión informativa del día de hoy. Mucho gusto. Mi nombre es Karen Martínez, hago parte del equipo de Relaciones Internacionales en Colfuturo y quiero contarles muy feliz que empezamos este mes de octubre con webinars informativos con universidades de convenio ubicadas en la Unión Europea, Suiza, Suecia, Finlandia y Francia. Así que los invito a estar muy pendientes de nuestras redes sociales y nuestra página web para que se puedan registrar a cada uno de estos espacios. El día de hoy estamos justamente con EIT InnoEnergy y nos acompaña en esta ocasión Sara, representante de esta institución, y Juan, un estudiante colombiano beneficiario de Colfuturo, quienes en conjunto nos hablarán de una gran variedad de temas relacionados con opciones de financiación, becas, hospedajes, oferta económica y también académica, y todas las demás recomendaciones y consejos que a todos ustedes sé que les serán de mucha utilidad. Adicionalmente, también hablaremos a profundidad del acuerdo, el convenio que tiene establecido Colfuturo con EIT InnoEnergy, que consta particularmente de una beca del 100% en el valor de la matrícula para un beneficiario con Colfuturo, que será particularmente quien cuente con el mejor promedio ponderado en la selección de la fundación, y asimismo un descuento de 5.000 euros para todos los beneficiarios en los programas de Master in Social Science and Renewable Energy, Master in Energy for Smart Cities, Master in Sustainable Energy Systems, Master in Social Science in Smart Electrical Networks and Systems y Master in Social Science in Nuclear Energy. Así que quiero recordarle a todos que este es el lugar ideal para que resuelvan todas sus inquietudes y preguntas al respecto. No duden en dejarnos en el cajón de Q&A que encuentran en la parte inferior de la pantalla todas las preguntas y Sahara y Juan nos ayudarán a resolverlas. Así que sin mayor preámbulo, Sahara, thank you so much for being here today with us. We are so happy to listen everything that you have to tell us, so you can go ahead with your presentation.
Thank you, Karen, for this really nice introduction. Thank you all. And I'm sorry that I'll have to change in English so I'll be able to explain more about us, about energy, and about Energy Masters Plus, like our programs. So let me share my screen so I can present to you who we are, what we do, our programs, and all the requirements. I'm trying to find from my side. So yes, as Karen said, my name is Sahara. I am the campaign marketing manager for InnoEnergy Masters Plus. InnoEnergy Masters Plus is part of InnoEnergy, EIT InnoEnergy. So we are not a typical university, I would say. EIT InnoEnergy is an investor company that was founded by the EU, by the European Union in 2010, to basically escalate the sustainable energy innovations in Europe. So we do that by investing in energy-related industries and projects. So like startups, new companies, new projects, new technologies, and also in education. So we invest in people to make this transition happen. So we basically educate and train talent, and we try to connect these talents to the organization that we invest in. So the students from day one have access to the right career opportunities, and companies have access to the right talent to make this transition happen. So to get an idea about us, as I said, we are started 2010 by the EU, and we're supported by the European Institution of Innovation and Technology. We have over 35 private shareholders. So these shareholders come from different backgrounds, organizations like Schneider, Renault, Santander, and so on. We also have research centers and universities. So these shareholders are part of our ecosystem, and they're interested in funding projects to create companies to solve the problems of the energy transition. And as a company now, we have over 1,200 partners. We have 6 different offices around Europe with 200 staff. And we basically want to have an impact in the environmental impact. So yes, so we have a portfolio of 200 companies that these are like our companies that we invest in. And we will have an impact by 2023 of saving 2.1 gigatons of CO2. And we also have a big impact on job creations. We have created over 39,000 jobs thanks to all the investment that we've made. Also, our track record is like pretty impressive. By Pitch Book Global, we've been the number one investor in Europe in the energy system, energy field. We have like over 2,000 graduates in that have graduated from our programs, which I will talk more into depth now. And yes, so we've had a really big impact around the world with our investment, that the companies that we've invested in.
Sorry, Sahara. Are you showing the slides?
Yeah,
Because
you
we
can't
cannot
see it.
see.
Oh,
We see the presentation is frozen for us.
where did it stop?
We can see your notes now.
No, okay. So where did it stop?
We are in slide 4.
Okay, so on slide 4. Oh, I thought that I was almost in slide 7 by this time. Okay, let me just I will back up a little bit and maybe talk about why we invest in talent. That we are an investing company that invest in the sustainable energy technologies and startups, and also we invest in talents, and that's why we created our programs. Can you see my slides now moving or no?
Yeah, I think if you do it manually, we can see it moving.
Okay, so it's not okay. Okay, so now you can see.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's go and talk about our programs and the universities that we are partners with. So basically, for intake 2025, we have 5 different programs that we offer. As you can see, energy for smart cities, smart electric networks, sustainable energy systems, nuclear energy, and renewable energy. 2 of the programs are sponsored by Schneider Electric. They are basically partnering with us to have an access to top talent, to solve challenges, find employees, find thesis project, internships. So this has been very impactful for these 2 programs. Also, our programs are offered in some of the best universities and business schools around Europe. Some of the names that you can see, like KTH Royal Institute of Technology, UPC in Barcelona, KU Leuven in Belgium, TU Eindhoven, and more. So we have about 12 universities and 2 business schools that you would be part of. Well, what happens is when you choose one of the programs, you in your first year you choose one of the universities, and then on the second year you choose a different university, which will give you the chance to live in 2 different countries and experience 2 academic learning from 2 prestigious universities. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit so you guys can see, because I know it's yeah. Our study journey consists of 3 main tracks or pillars, as we like to call them. The academic plus, which is everything that has to do with your academic courses and classes, learning from your professors, your MBA level certifications. The career plus, which is we boost basically boost and accelerate your career from day one through activities, events, networking, and mentorship. And the community plus, you benefit of being part of InnoEnergy ecosystem and being part of a social and professional activities. Let me go to the next slide. So yeah, with InnoEnergy Master Plus, you study in 2 different countries. As I said, you graduate from top-ranked universities around Europe. You graduate with 3 different certifications. So you have an innovation and entrepreneurship certification, an AI and data science, and the certificate from the European Institute of Technology. Go to the next slide. It's a little bit difficult to go like this. You also have the community. Oh, I think I missed one. Yes, the Career Plus. So the Career Plus, it's basically we push you to start your career by participating in activities with our portfolio companies. You attend hackathons, job fairs, networking events, company visits. You get mentorship to how to land a job. We mentor you in how to write a CV. You also get a chance to be part of the Green Seed Journey, which is a 6-month entrepreneurship competition where you create your own company, turn your idea into reality, and compete on cash prizes and support from EnerGy to basically turn this business or this idea into reality. And this continues even after you graduate. You also be part of the community that helps you and supports you to integrate and to be part of a big team through student council, local clubs. We have a podcast. They have so many activities that like it's even difficult to be part of all of them. So it's they're super active, and you become in the community even from day one, and then even after you graduate, there's a community for alumni. Okay, so how to apply to our programs? You can find all the general requirements on the website. So I encourage you to go see, because it's so much details. We have so much information on the website to how to begin your application. Basically, you visit apply.energy.com, and once you submit your application, you will receive a decision within 4 weeks. And you need to accept the offer, pay the registration fee to book your seat. So just to talk in general about the eligibility and like what kind of background do you need. So this is an overview about the background that you require to get accepted to our programs. Each program has specific requirements to be accepted. You need to meet all the general program specific requirements. And yes, so if you want like more details about this, please visit our website. But for example, if you're looking at renewable energy, you need to have a background either in chemical engineering, electrical engineering, energy and power engineering, environmental engineering. Sustainable energy system program is one of the more universal, like more like it accepts more students, but it still has a high GPA. And if you want like electrical networks, of course, you need to have like electrical background, energy and power background, and mechanical. Some students for mechanical also, depending on like their transcript and what they've studied, but they need like a background in electrical engineering. When it comes to nuclear, chemical, or nuclear engineering, sometimes mechanical engineering. Smart cities, you need to have a background of civil engineering or electrical engineering, or energy or power engineering, or industrial or mechanical engineering. You need to have a GPA about almost like 70%. You need a English proficiency waiver. We look into the university reputation and ranking, and also your interest in innovation and entrepreneurship, because you get a lot. It's not just an engineering degree, but it's actually innovation and entrepreneurship degree as well. Speaking about just like a little bit about the English professionally, this slide is not really for Colombian students, because this is like we have some waivers, but basically if you're not coming from an English speaking country, you need an English proficiency test. And here's the scores for IELTS is 6.5, TOEFL is 92, and also Cambridge is the grade A to C, and grades and also for Cambridge certificates of proficiency in English. So you need to meet these requirements to be able to be accepted to the programs. This is how our application platform looks like. You can choose the program that you want, like you can see on the left, and upload your complete your application. We have 5 different application rounds for intake 2025. So we started already. So now we're in round 1. The earlier you apply, the better, of course, because all universities are open for application in the early rounds. So some of the universities in the late rounds closes. So the earlier, of course, the better. So you can also work on your visa, work on all the missing documents. Yeah. So talking about that, like, your fees, payment plans, and the waivers. Basically, there is no application fee. So when you apply, you can apply. It applies for free. But once you get accepted, you have to pay a registration fee of 295. Our participation fee is 19,000 euros. And of course, now speaking about like being with Colfuturo, having a financial agreement with Colfuturo, we and this is something also Juan, who is one of our students, will talk to you more about the details of how he applied with Colfuturo and how he got his waiver. But basically, with our agreement with Colfuturo, you get a partial waiver of 5,000 euros. So 5,000 euros will be deducted from the 19,000 euros if you apply through us, and then you apply to the funding with Colfuturo. We also have an EU agreement, and which is one of the students that is chosen by Colfuturo will have a full scholarship. This is something totally new. We haven't had it in the last years since we've been partners with Colfuturo since 2001, and this year intake 2025. You can apply for this full waiver. It's for one student, and Colfuturo will choose the best, academically student. And I think that's really very encouraging, and I hope that you can apply for this because it's something new. I think it's amazing to have this opportunity. We also have we have waivers. We have energy impact scholarships, which is it's given to 3 students per program, so 15 in total, and it's given for the best ranked students. We also have partial waivers, which is given to 30% of our applicants per round. So you end up paying 15,000 euros. We have also 2 different waivers: diversity, inclusion, equality, and the entrepreneurship scholarship. And it's also for 15 students per intake. And to apply to these scholarships, you either apply for diversity, inclusion, or the entrepreneurship. You cannot apply for both. You need to submit a 1 to 2 minute motivational video with the supporting documents. It's all on the application platform. Once you get accepted and you pay the registration fee, we answer you within 4 weeks, if you've been selected. When you graduate, we just wanted to give you a little bit of statistics about our students and about our graduates. 83% of our alumni, our graduates, stay in Europe, and they work in Europe. Some of the employers that our students are working are like Siemens, Schneider, Shell, Tesla, and they have jobs like project engineering, consultant, data scientist, analytical nuclear engineer. So we're super proud that also 8 of our graduates were featured in Forbes 30 under 30. So yes, and even after graduation, this is like the policies, the visa policies. So during your studies, you can most of the countries You can work during your studies, but you have to keep in mind that this is a full-time degree, so you need to focus also in your studies. And after most of the countries, after studies gives you at least 1 year of visa to look for jobs. So and even some countries 3 years. So really depends on which country. So yeah, I think that's really beneficial for like international students coming from different countries, that they can work and to support themselves, and also they can stay after to look for jobs. So with us, you study a double master's degree, but it's a master's with a plus. You work on your career from day one. Here's like one of our students who's actually presenting us in one of, he was studying and working, and was presenting his project in a conference. You also have a big community since you start, and then after you finish, you basically start on working on your career from day one. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop sharing now, and maybe if you have any questions, or Karen, if you like to have the question at the end.
Yeah, Sahara. Juan, si quieres, sigue tú y al final hacemos las preguntas, ¿te parece?
Okay.
Thank you, Sahara.
Ok, vale. Gracias. Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you, Juan.
¿Pueden ver la pantalla? ¿Pueden confirmarlo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bueno, mucho gusto a todos. Mi nombre es Juan David. Mi nombre es Juan David, como dijo Karen y Sara. Soy estudiante de la maestría con InnoEnergy Plus. Yo apliqué en el año 2023, también en el round 1, y fui seleccionado para el programa de SENSE, la Smart Electrical Networks and System, que es más o menos es una maestría en ingeniería eléctrica, en Smart Grids, en transmisión, y bueno, esos tipos de temas de transmisión eléctrica y generación. Soy ingeniero electricista, graduado en el año 2020 de la Universidad del Norte en Barranquilla. Nací en Florencia y me crié entre Barranquilla y Florencia por temas familiares. Apliqué con el futuro como tal en el año 2021, pero por motivos de la pandemia, digamos, yo postergué el intake por un par de años, que es lo que puedes hacer con Colfuturo. O sea, es una cosa buena, o sea, me da más tiempo para poder organizar y planear mejor las cosas. Antes de eso, tuve experiencia como ingeniero de redes, construyendo redes para población rural dispersa en energy communities, ese tipo de cosas. Tengo un interés en temas ambientales, temas de energías renovables y en sostenibilidad, o sea, que es uno de los focos más importantes que tiene InnoEnergy en consideración, porque está basado en apoyar también la transición energética alrededor del mundo y en Europa. Inicié mis estudios en el 2023 en KTH, en Suecia, y estoy cursando actualmente mi segundo año en Eindhoven, en los Países Bajos. Es un poco sobre el proceso, digamos, para aplicación de futuro, pues te piden como tal, pues hay que hacer un ensayo y una constancia de que estás aplicando a un programa de maestría. Eso creo que es lo más importante, es como tal el ensayo, pues tus notas del pregrado, y que hayas aplicado pues a una institución educativa superior. De la experiencia con InnoEnergy, bueno, Sense, o sea, el programa al que apliqué, se ofrece digamos, en las mejores universidades técnicas que hay en el mundo. O sea, si miras KTH, creo que está arrancada entre las primeras 50 del mundo, y creo que también en general todas en Eindhoven, en KU Leuven, están también dentro del top 50. Entonces son digamos, universidades muy, muy prestigiosas. Para la admisión te piden como tal una carta de admisión, tu certificado de idiomas, el TOEFL, el IELTS, las transcripciones de los diplomas y de tus calificaciones, con apostilla, eso sí, si no estoy mal. Referente a la experiencia académica como tal, hay diferentes cursos, usualmente pueden ser muy técnicos o más bien de interés general, pero todos se enfocan ampliamente en temas de ingeniería, de energía, de sostenibilidad. También se puede ver desde el tema económico, social y también puramente técnico. Eso sería todo por la presentación. Digamos, ¿qué eventos hay? Las universidades se enfocan mucho en ofrecer eventos como career fairs, donde tú puedes contratar empresas donde puedes entrevistarte con ellos, ver qué es lo que están buscando, ver qué habilidades están en demanda, ver qué habilidades son llamativos para ellos. Y eso te da, digamos, un insight sobre qué es lo que están buscando y qué habilidades puedes enfocarte para digamos, acceder a, qué sé yo, a una pasantía o un trabajo después de que te gradúes, ese tipo de cosas. Eh, ¿Por qué también escoger InnoEnergy? Bueno, en parte porque puedes, digamos, una parte donde puedes viajar por Europa. Con mi programa con Sense estuvimos pues en Suecia, también viajamos a Barcelona, eh, a Francia. Digamos, yo conocí las oficinas de Schneider en Francia, en Grenoble, durante un viaje con la universidad. También las oficinas de la UPC en Barcelona. Puedes ir a Polonia también, o sea, conocer ver diferentes módulos relacionados con temas de energía. Entonces, digamos, tienes la posibilidad de viajar durante tus estudios y conocer Europa y conocer, digamos, lo que se puede ofrecer en los diferentes lugares. Em, Creo que brevemente eso sería el lado de InnoEnergy. Y por el lado de Colfuturo, pues la idea es que eh, preparar un ensayo muy bueno, un ensayo donde definan pues sus metas, qué es lo eh, que quieren lograr en Colombia una vez terminen y tener toda la documentación en orden. Es un proceso muy intuitivo, o sea, no creo que sea particularmente difícil de seguir y muchos éxitos a todos. Muchas gracias.
Perfecto, Juan. Muchas gracias a ti por esta información que yo sé que es muy valiosa para todos nuestros asistentes. Sahara, thank you. Thank you for this amazing opportunity to share this information and this interesting presentation. You have provided us fundamental information for everyone. So, well, now we have some questions through social media. So, Sahara, can students work on campus?
Can what? Sorry?
Work on campus.
On campus.
Yeah.
I think once you start your, and then maybe also Juan can
Yeah,
let us
I
know
can.
when he, yeah, maybe Juan can answer this question.
En español la respuesta es sí, o sea, depende también del país a donde estés aplicando. En Estocolmo, en Suecia, no había ningún problema, o sea, podías trabajar siempre que te haces un contrato, o sea, te dieron un contrato, podías trabajar sin límite de horas. El único tema es que es un poco difícil a veces compaginarlo con los estudios, o sea, que asegurarte de que no interfiera tanto con el tema de los estudios, pero o sea, puedes trabajar en eh, tiempo, pues idealmente 20 horas, podrías trabajar. Entonces creo que no hay límite de horas, pero idealmente 20 horas. Creo que en España tampoco tienes, o sea, puedes trabajar siempre que tengas un contrato, o sea, tú ves con un contrato y puedes trabajar. Pero también depende, o sea, depende de la regulación del país al que estás aplicando como tal. O sea, si ves a la página de la, de la embajada, o los Study with Us, o Study in Sweden, Study in Spain, Study in the Netherlands, puedes mirar allí la regulación exacta de qué es lo que te pide para trabajar, ¿no? Mientras estudias.
Listo, Juan. Y pues acorde también a estos campos de acción en términos laborales, los trabajos, las opciones que hay al respecto, ¿son trabajos informales o son trabajos también relacionados con lo que se estudia?
Por ejemplo, si quieres dejar un trabajo digamos, a tiempo parcial, sería un trabajo, digamos, lo que llaman un blue collar, que es yo trabajar en una cafetería o de
Ajá.
repartidor, ¿ya? Mientras estudias. Una vez termines los estudios, pues ya con tu diploma puedes aplicar a trabajos ya directamente en el campo que has estudiado. En Estocolmo, pues sí conocimos a varios de los colombianos que se están allá, que se quedaron, están trabajando con empresas directamente del sector en el
Ujú.
cual estudiaron.
Karen, just to add to Juan as well, with we also have Career Plus, which is our career service department with Energy Masters Plus, and usually the students have like access to job boards and to like we have a dedicated team that like post any jobs that our portfolio companies have any needs for internships or for jobs. Also they can look through the university them itself, so the university also have their probably on their career like job boards. And also they can a lot of students look through like LinkedIn, their own like community. So there's ways to find a job, but when it comes to the university itself, if you're asking if they can work on the campus, that has to go. They have to check with the university website, or in the campus where they are. But also, Energy has its own like job board. So as a company, we publish frequently any job that we see relevant to the students, or any jobs coming from our portfolio companies. So they have a lot of access to different like job opportunities.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Sarah. And well, we have another question, and is if can students do an internship during the master program?
Yes, definitely. As I said, it's part of also the Careers Plus. One of the pillars is that we have internships. Actually, we encourage internships because they work with our portfolio companies, and this give them access to the industry, so they can definitely do an internships. Yes.
It's quite
Thank you
common
so
to do internships in Sweden. It's quite common to do an internship. I think in Spain it is also quite common. I think it's mandatory in Spain. You have to do an internship. But yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Well, now we have a question that is there any problem if a student travel with family?
Travel with family, I don't think it's a problem. Some students come with their family, but they have to do like they have to do the visa on like add their family members. I have witnessed or seen that some students come with their family. Some students have actually like a husband or a wife with kids, and they have traveled with their family. So it is possible to, when you apply for your visa, to apply with your family. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Juan, maybe you can add something, or it's that.
It's quite common. I mean, it's in Spanish. Creo que es bastante común. De hecho, uno de los colombianos que estaba con nosotros vino con su esposa, estaba con su familia y su hijo. Creo que sí, dependerá también de cómo apliques a la visa, pero creo que no es ningún inconveniente.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Well, Mateo is asking, is there any help for housing?
Help for housing?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, go ahead, Juan.
Bueno, en español. En Estocolmo, en Suecia, creo que tienes, o sea, te garantizan sí o sí un año, o sea, te garantizan un año de vivienda, de housing. Yo apliqué a eso, yo tuve un año garantizado en un apartamento, o sea, en un precio bastante razonable, porque creo que es un poco difícil conseguir algo por cuenta propia en Suecia, pero la universidad ayuda bastante. Creo que en Barcelona no es tan complicado conseguir un apartamento. Todos los que están en Barcelona pueden conseguir un apartamento en el mercado como tal fácilmente. En los Países Bajos sí es bastante más complicado porque hay una crisis de vivienda ahora mismo en los Países Bajos, pero no es imposible. Bueno, la idea es simplemente buscar con algo de tiempo y ser precavido.
I think also having like the community, it's a lot of the students when they start before traveling, I mean, they go into the community and they ask previous students, because some students are like, it's their last year, so they kind of like take over their accommodation. So this is also a possibility, is to ask like the previous students, or like the intake before you, and they can help you. So the community is very helpful when it comes to accommodation, like where to go, what to do. So they can also go through there, or like ask the community.
Thank you. Well, we don't have any more questions, but to end the session, I want to ask you, Sahara and Juan, if you could give us like a final advice or recommendation to all our attendees and Calamina.
I think my advice is to apply if you are interested in one of the programs. Go to our website, which I put it on the chat, and check all the details, because it's super. We have detailed everything in our website. Like the information is into details, and apply as soon as possible, because it takes time. So my advice is, like, especially if you want to choose a certain university, Some of the universities, as I said, 14, we have 14 university partner universities, part of these programs. And some of these programs are not, some of these universities are not available when you apply in a later stage in the, so I would say, like, apply now. You don't have to pay any application fee. You pay so you apply and you see if you have been accepted or not. So I think just by applying, it's good to know if you are eligible or not. So this is my also one of the things that they have to think about, that again, it's not a traditional engineering or master degree. It comes with a lot. If I was an engineer, like I'm not, if I was an engineer, I always say this, I would absolutely go with this master's, because if you compare it to different master programs in around the world, in the US, in the UK, in Australia, it's much more expensive, and you don't get even quarter of what we're offering. The AI certification, the MBA certification in ISADE. ISADE is the most prestigious business school in the world. It's in Barcelona, and you get basically an MBA level training. This is all included in your fees, and with Kulfuturu you get 5,000 discount. So I think you get so much like more worth of your money. Like what you're paying is, you get much more. So I think that's something I want them to to keep in mind. And maybe Juan, as a current student, can say he's been in the field, like what advice can he give the Colombian students before they come?
Thank you,
Sí,
Sahara.
aplicar temprano, porque sí toma tiempo. El tema con la embajada, con los tiquetes, con los documentos, todo eso toma algo de tiempo, entonces apliquen temprano en las primeras rondas si es posible. Y una vez estén adentro no se van a arrepentir, van a viajar bastante. Yo he viajado bastante en el tema Barcelona, Polonia. El mes en Barcelona del ESAD es muy bueno, o sea, es bastante entretenido. Conocer Francia, Bélgica y aprender bastante también de gente que ha trabajado muy fuerte en este campo.
Perfecto. Sahara, thank you so much for this amazing presentation. We are so happy to have you here, and I really hope that could you see in a next opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Juan. Thanks for anybody who attended. Bye.
Gracias también
Bye.
por tu participación. Tu experiencia es muy valiosa para todos nosotros.
Gracias.
Gracias. Adiós.
Adiós, que estén muy bien.